So what's going on, guys? I am Black Ops Amazing. Welcome back to another video on the channel where I just want to talk about Modern Warfare 3. Not only the zombies mode, but the campaign, because we've all got to play it now if you pre-order the game, and the multiplayer, of course, on Warzone. I'm the most excited for the zombies mode simply because I love COD Zombies. I stopped playing the multiplayer on COD, say, a few years ago. I think the last time I did was Modern Warfare 2019. I played the hell out of that game. I actually really liked it. I know a lot of people hate on it, but since then, every COD MP that we've had, so Black Ops Cold War, Vanguard, Modern Warfare 2, and now we are close to playing Modern Warfare 3, I just haven't enjoyed COD's MP. And even before Modern Warfare 2019, the last one I played religiously was probably Black Ops 2 or Modern Warfare 3, the old one. So I suppose you could say on that side, maybe I'm just not a multiplayer person anymore. I much prefer playing story games. So for that reason, I'm always excited about Call of Duty's campaign, but this year, it's got to be the most disappointing COD campaign ever. And that's all I've been seeing over Twitter, is not only people complaining about how bad it is, or average at best, but the length of it taking about 3 hours to complete if you're good at COD, or even average, 4 hours for other players. I have, strangely enough, seen some people take 5 hours, but I would say for the average COD player, it's going to take you 3 to 4 hours to complete, which to me at least would normally be pretty disappointing, and it still is. But the fact that we know this was supposed to be a DLC kind of brings everything back into perspective for me. Not that it's a valid excuse, because Modern Warfare 3 is the price of a regular full game, a normal Call of Duty title, so you would expect the same quality and amount of content that you would always get in a COD game every single year. Not that it's really consistent, but we all know, and no one's blinded to it, that just simply isn't going to be the case in Modern Warfare 3. Whether it be the campaign, the multiplayer, or the zombies, every single aspect of this game should be viewed as it being DLC to Modern Warfare 2, because that's what it is. The only problem that really then comes into play with it is the pricing and also the marketing as well. Activision haven't marketed this as a DLC, as Modern Warfare 2 2.5 in addition to that game. They're branding it as Modern Warfare 3, a new game. If you didn't know the insides, if you hadn't heard about the rumours or leaks, then you wouldn't know better. But in my opinion, that's wrong. And this isn't the only time this has happened to a video game. The most recent one I can think of is Assassin's Creed Mirage, which I've just fully platinumed. Not that it was an enjoyable experience, being someone that's played every single Assassin's Creed game, even the sub-games such as Rogue or DLCs like Freedom Cry. I've played all of them since the release of the first one, and to me, it's the worst one I've ever played. It is a toned-down reskin of Valhalla, which I already thought was the worst Assassin's Creed anyway. So because this is a very simplified version of that, granted, yes, they took it back to the, in quotation marks, assassin stealth stuff, which, if you've played those older games, when that was the main focus of the series, it's still nothing like that. The only thing to me that it's got going for it is how beautiful the world looks, but the story, the character, the animations, it's just a really bad game. But the one thing I can't really knock Ubisoft for is the pricing. They priced it as a DLC. It costs £44, which, okay, still for a DLC is a little bit high, but when you factor in everything that you get in it, a decent length storyline, a whole new open world, I think they priced it fairly. But Modern Warfare 3 is the price of a full game, when it's not that. It's a DLC, in the same way that Assassin's Creed Mirage was a DLC, and a 3-hour campaign, 16 remastered multiplayer maps, not brand new ones, and an open world zombies. Well, in reality, we all know the reason we've got this zombies mode in Modern Warfare 3 is because it was extremely easy for Treyarch to do, instead of creating, for example, round-based zombies. Anyone who's aware that isn't blinded knows all of this, so even before the games really should have a realistic expectation of what you're probably going to be getting when this game fully releases next week. So yeah, the campaign most of us have gotten to play right now, but not everyone, so I don't want to fully go into it just in case you haven't. All I will say is that to me it's one of the worst ones. I've played every COD campaign. I do think there are a couple that are quite boring, but generally COD campaigns are really good. The quality of them, especially nowadays, they look amazing. Not just the cutscenes, but the actual gameplay. They're always over the top, but fun and never really boring. I don't think Vanguard's was the most exciting, and there will be people out there who say, wait, who buys Call of Duty just for the campaign? Which is true, but at the same time, it is 1/3 of the game. So when you're told that you're getting a campaign, that's what you expect at the regular standard. But this isn't. It's too short. For me, it's really boring. The ending is, well, I don't even know how to explain that. Why did it finish like that? It feels like half a game. So yeah, the campaign's bad. The multiplayer we've got to play in the beta, but I will just say as someone who's not really interested in COD's multiplayer anymore, I used to adore it back during Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, but after playing this series multiplayer for that long, I don't know what it was, but I just stopped enjoying it. I don't think it became awful or changed an awful lot. Maybe that's one reason, because it is the same every year with slight changes or new maps. Maybe that's why I quite liked Modern Warfare 2019, because it was the first game in a long time that was so different, and then after that every game's pretty much followed that same formula. So maybe I'm just bored of the multiplayer. Warzone kind of took that spot for me, and that became the expectation of what you have to play. I played Warzone for about a year and then just got bored of it. I do think that mode took away from the multiplayer. It just doesn't feel like Call of Duty's multiplayer is what it once was. It's all about Warzone now, which leaves us with the third and final mode in Modern Warfare 3, Zombies. I haven't played it, some people have, but from everything that I've seen from it so far, I can only be honest, and I've tried very hard not to say anything about it before I've got to play it, but deep down in me, I know it's not going to be good. It looks bad, it looks boring, and feels like it's something from a gameplay perspective that I'm just not going to be interested in playing after a day or two. There is the storyline side of it, which for me has always been the more interesting portion of Zombies anyway. Even during the older times, I've loved the COD Zombies story, whereas the gameplay, sometimes I can play it for hours and other times I'm like, just let me go and theorize about the story. Give me more of that, whereas the gameplay I'm not that bothered about. The last time I really played Zombies religiously, I would say, not every day, but every other day, was Black Ops 3. That was when I played it because I loved playing zombies, whereas more so now, I play it because I want to find out the story. Like a campaign game, Zombies has a really in-depth storyline that it's built up over the years, so that part's always been sorted, and it looks like in Modern Warfare 3 that will continue to a certain extent. The Dark Ether story that we have now isn't as deep, and is slightly less interesting for me, but it's still good enough, so that aspect in MW3 Zombies I'm not too worried about. From the cutscene, I have hope for the story, but just looking at the gameplay, which is arguably the biggest part, it looks really boring. It doesn't look good. It looks like a very basic version of Outbreak. Pretty much everything we see here is reused from either older Zombies games or the online portion of COD, being Warzone and multiplayer. So the map is obviously the Warzone map. A lot of elements that we see in it are just reused from mainly Cold War Zombies, but changed a little bit. The gameplay just doesn't look exciting to me. That's the part that I'm most worried about, to be honest. That deep down I know isn't going to be good, which then leaves me in the same predicament that I was stuck in for Vanguard Zombies. The story in that was okay, but the gameplay sucked, and the game died within a week. I just have a strange, well, I don't even think it's strange, a feeling that Modern Warfare 3 Zombies is going to be the exact same. After a week, everybody's going to get bored and not want to play it. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see to confirm that. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below, are you excited? Leave a like rating if you agree. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date with the latest videos on the channel. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.